Hi, I'm Erik Voss, and Star Wars Episode 9 has thus far been kept under a pretty tight lid by director J.J. Abrams, but a new leaked scene description has surfaced that suggests the final chapter of this new trilogy might bring back some of the visuals and elements that fans have loved about the franchise. And I'm sure it will appease everyone. And a spoiler warning in case you don't want to know anything about the future of Star Wars. Episode 9's release date isn't until December 2019, so we gotta fill this time with something. Okay, according to reports from Episode 9's set at Pinewood Studios in England, one scene being shot for the film will feature Kylo Ren witnessing his grandfather, Anakin Skywalker, in some kind of flashback Force dream, showing the moment Anakin was reconstructed into the form of Darth Vader at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Here's a description. Kylo Ren inside a medical room. He is walking down a hallway when he hears someone screaming in pain. He walks into another room where he discovers Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, with his suit on but his mask off, pinned to a wall where heavy machinery is replacing his old mechanical legs and arms with new ones. Ben walks closer to the Darth Vader figure in pain and examines his burns, before a piece of machinery swings behind Kylo that eventually puts on the mask of Darth Vader. Kylo Ren turns around and exits the room and wakes up from his sleep in his chambers, almost mirroring the nightmare Anakin had in Revenge of the Sith. So essentially what we're talking about is a restaging of the moment at the end of Episode 3 when Anakin, mutilated and left for dead after his duel with Obi-Wan on Mustafar, gets surgically reassembled on Coruscant by Palpatine's medical droids. It's a pretty gross scene and really one of the better moments of the film. And the idea that J.J. Abrams wants to resample it shows that the director still has that pretty good understanding of what elements from past Star Wars movies are worth revisiting. I'm pretty excited to see what Industrial Light and Magic is able to pull off with their old footage, considering the magic they were able to pull off with Carrie Fisher in Rogue One, and what visual effects movies like Ready Player One have accomplished, restaging footage from The Shining. It's interesting that this description compared this moment to Anakin's nightmares in Revenge of the Sith. If you recall, Annie, remember how he was called Annie? Had nightmares about Padme dying in childbirth, calling out for him to help, which ended up being kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy when Padme later did die in childbirth, arguably due to the trauma of Anakin getting too emo. Really, to me, this scene sounds more like a replay of Rey's Force dream in The Force Awakens, which briefly transported Rey to a mysterious location that we later realized was the same hallway of Cloud City from The Empire Strikes Back. Actually, concept art and rejected alternate plans for this scene were going to have Rey directly witness the duel between Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader in that air shaft. Of course, J.J. Abrams' final version of that Force dream in The Force Awakens wasn't that much of a direct callback to the earlier films, but with this new scene description from Episode 9, it sounds like he may be reusing that kind of idea with Kylo. As George Lucas says, it's like poetry. It rhymes. Hopefully it'll work. The memory of Luke and Vader's epic fight in Empire would have been meant to connect to the history of the lightsaber that Rey had just touched to evoke this memory. So perhaps Kylo revisiting this moment with Vader could have been triggered by him finding something that belonged to his grandfather. He already has his mask, which chronologically first entered the Star Wars saga at this precise moment on the medical table. Or perhaps Kylo managed to recover his grandfather's lightsaber, which we last saw falling down the same reactor shaft that Vader threw Palpatine down at the end of Return of the Jedi. Look guys, if Darth Maul can fall down a reactor shaft and pop back up again in a future movie, so can Vader's lightsaber. And maybe the thematic reason Kylo is seeing this moment is for him to witness the pain, both the physical torture and the emotional turmoil that his grandfather had to go through to let go of his humanity and embrace the power inside him. Now, Kylo has experienced some of this kind of pain, but nothing like what Anakin went through. So maybe seeing this moment is forcing him to ask himself, is this journey to follow in my grandfather's footsteps worth that kind of pain? Or, considering The Last Jedi really left Kylo in a state of moving on from his past, letting the past die, refusing to let Vader's legacy define him, maybe this dream is forcing him to confront the man, the Jedi that his grandfather once was, in the last second before his face was covered with the mask. And that maybe the man behind the mask is someone worth learning from, not the specter that he'd been worshiping and trying to live up to. Perhaps that past is the history worth letting die, whereas the hidden history of Anakin Skywalker's humanity is a past that should live on. I don't know, what do you think, George?
Hopefully it'll work.
My question for you guys is, what other scenes or characters from the Star Wars prequels would you like to see reappear in Star Wars Episode 9? Solo gave us that cool cameo from Maul. I think it's only fair Episode 9 includes a Mace Windu Force Ghost.
They deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell!
Comment down below with your thoughts and follow New Rockstars on Twitter and Instagram at New Rockstars. And for my sometimes off-putting inner thoughts, follow me on Twitter and Insta at Erik Voss. And if you enjoy me joking around about Star Wars stuff, and if you live in the LA area, you gotta come see my nerdy parody show, Infinity Fan. Our first show sold out, and now we're back with a new show, new material, new cast members, and a not so bad Kylo Ren impression from me.
Basically, I'm just talking like this and threatening to take my shirt off.
Nailed it, right? It's Friday, November 16th at 8 p.m. Acme Theater, North Hollywood. Tickets on sale soon. And subscribe to this channel for more deep dives into everything you love. Now, sure, we've been leaning more toward Marvel lately, but when people say Marvel has replaced Star Wars as the #1 pop culture brand, there is only one response to that.